If you're responsible for an enterprise IT environment, then you've probably got some type of monitoring, alarms, alerts set up, and these are typically called events. But how do you know which events need to be acted upon and when in a consistent way? In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 high-level event types that will ensure that you deal with each event consistently and appropriately, and ensure that each event is dealt with in accordance with what's important to your business. And I'm going to explain all this in less than 5 minutes. If we're just meeting for the first time, my name's Kirk Penn and I'm an ITIL expert and Principal Advisory Consultant at Service Management Specialists. Now, our mission is to help organisations and leaders to get more from their ITSM improvement initiatives. And today I'm super excited to share with you 3 event types that are going to help you make decisions easier and ensure that you have less disruptions and minimize impacts on your business. So let's get started. So what is an event? Well, it's really can be defined as a change of state that has significance for the management of a service, system or configuration item. And ITIL describes event management as the process that monitors all events that occur. So how are events typically managed? Well, for most organisations, the decision once an event or an alarm has gone off is left to those monitoring staff. So is this a risky approach? Well, it unfortunately ensures that there's a heavy reliance on key individuals and their knowledge. It's inconsistent and really depends on those highly dependent on who picks up that event and depending on their knowledge and their background. Reduces any opportunity to automate actions as we go forward and we start to mature our event management process. So, steps to success. So it's not hard to make decisions when you know what your values are. This is a quote that I love from Roy Disney. So if we think about this in terms of effective service operation, it's dependent on knowing the status of the infrastructure, detecting any deviation from normal service that's expected as part of their operation. Purpose of event management is to detect events, make sense of them, and determine the appropriate control action is coordinated. So how do we do that when we've got monitoring resources that are making often critical decisions? Well, the first thing we need to do is establish an effective event management process. And stage 1 of that, the activity number 1, is to establish event rules. Now within those rules, first thing is we want to identify event types. Once we've got event types, we can start to apply some consistency when we are looking in on events. So let's have a look at each of these 3 event types. Event type 1, informational event. So this often doesn't require any action. It's typically stored in log files and kept for a predetermined period, and it's used to check on the status of device or a service. It can also be used as to confirm the successful completion of an activity and also used to generate stats. Event type 2, warning. So a service or device is approaching a threshold. We need to notify the appropriate person, process or tool that the situation needs to be checked and the appropriate action taken to avoid an exception. And event type 3, exception. So this indicates that service, system or CI is currently operating abnormally, and it typically means that a service level or objective has been breached and the business has been impacted. So we need to really take action. It may represent a total failure, impact, functionality or degraded performance. So the question of the day: what event types have you adopted and how are they working for you? Let us know in the comments below. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper on event management, then please feel free to book a 30-minute consult. It's free. You can do that by visiting servicemanagementspecialists.com, or you can click on the link that's included within the description of this video. So as a quick recap of those 3 event types, 1, informational. Number 2, warning. And number 3, exception. If you found this content useful, then please click on the like button and also consider subscribing to our Service Management Specialists channel. We're committed to helping our IT and technology leaders get more from their ITSM improvement programs, projects, and improvement initiatives. Each week, we share tips and techniques to help you with your people, your processes, and technologies, to help you to make improvements, but also drive out inefficiencies. Thank you for watching, take care, and we'll see you next time.